Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and the practical series of the cloud computing. In this session, we will start with the practical number 5 that is based on web service. The aim of the practical number 5 is show the implementation of web service. In this case, we will create a web service and we test the web service and see the output. So first of all, we will understand what do you mean by web service. Web services are client server application. So do remember students, right? We have to create a web application for the demonstration of web services. Why? Because it is a client server application that communicates over worldwide. That means it uses a www to communicate with the server and the standard communication protocol, that is your HTTP hypertext transfer protocol. So this is the definition of the web service. In Java EE Enterprise Edition 6, JAX WS, right? Java API for XML based web service. So do remember one of the very important property of the web service that it is based on XML. Provides the functionality for the big web service. Big web service uses the XML messages that follow the simple object access protocol, that is your SOAP protocol, and the XML language to allow the communication between the server and the web service client. So this is the basic introduction of the web service. So one of the very important characteristics of the web service, it is your XML base. That means right, it is interoperable for any application. Now let us start with the practical of the web service in NetBeans. So in NetBeans, we first create a new project. For web service, we have to select a Java web, then web service. Next, now it will activate the Java web and the Java Enterprise Edition. Java Enterprise Edition is basically used to create and deploy the web services on server. So just wait for some time. Now it is activating the Java EE Enterprise Edition. Okay, now we will start with the web service. This is my first. We will write first web service. Then next. Then the server, right? Apache Tomcat. Next, and then finish. This is the first step to create a web service. Before creation of the web service, we will first create a web application. Now in this web application, that is my first web application. As we can see here, this is my first web application or web service. So in this we will create a web service. Let's right click on this, new. So we have to search the web service option here, right? We have a web service. If you not found the web service option here, right? So go to the other, right? In other, on in the left side, right? We will first search the web service. There is a option web service. Within this we have a web service. Next, now this is my simple web service. This is a Calci web service, Calci calculator WS. So this is my web service. Package name com dot my dot calculator. You can give any name in the package. No need to write like this. Calculator WS. Okay, now click on finish. So now this is the steps to create a web service. So as we can see here, there is a one folder in the project, right? We have a one folder web service, right? Calculator WS. So just wait, right? This is a code, right? We have a package com.mysql.calculator web service. Within that, right, we have a calculator WS, that is your web service. Okay, when we create a web service, okay, we have three options here: source, design, and history. So by default, right, this web service has a one method, that is your hello. As we can see in the design, see there is a one method hello. By default, this method is by default created. Okay, so we just if you require this method, you can keep the code here only, right? If you does not require this code, just delete it. Okay, now we create a new method in the web service. So click on design, right, add operation. So since we are designing a calculator web application or web service, for that we have to create a first add. Now the data type or the return type for the add method is your double or an integer. You can take an integer also, right? We require a two parameter n1. Just click on this add button, n1 in the integer, and then again click on add n2, and the data type for this variable is and okay. So as we can see here, the add method is created in the web service with two parameters n1 and n2, right? Just switch to the source code. As we can see here, the add method is added here. Now return we will return the addition of these two number, that is my n1 plus n2. So this is my add method. In the same way, again go to the design, right? Add operation. Now subtraction, that is your sub. Again the return type is double or an integer. We add two parameters n1 with data type integer, add n2 with data type integer. Okay, the second method is created. Now third multiplication. Again the return value is double, add n1, then add n2. Okay, then last operation, that is your division, div. Return type again double, add n1, data type integer, add n2, data type integer. So these are the four methods. Now go to the source code, right? We already written this n1 plus n2. Now in subtraction we write n1 minus n2. In the same way, in multiplication, n1 multiply with n2, and division n1 divided by n2. So these are the four operations, right, that the calculator web service contains. So now as we can see here, right, on we just click on this. These are the methods: add, division, multiplication, subtraction with return type double. So this is the basic operations that we add in the web service, right? The client will get a service for the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. This is the second step in the web service practical. Now we just test the first we deploy the application, right? This is my first web service application, right? So just right click on this, clean and build. So just wait for some time, right? It is starting or it is start the deploying of the first web service. Just wait for some time. It will show the message, right? Success, build successful, as we can see here. Now go to the web service, calculator web service, right click and click on test web service. Then test web service. When we click on the test web service, right, we will first as we can see here, we will first deploy the web service, right. We just build a web service now, right. Just deploy this web service. There is a option deploy, right. As we can see here, right, the NetBeans is deploying, and then for the first time it will ask the firewall to allow the execution of the service. Just allow access, click on the allow access, right. It is deploying the web service. Before testing the web service, we have to deploy the web service. Just wait for some time, right. It is deploying the web service. As we can see here, right, web service build successful. Okay, yes. Now go to the project, right click, test web service. Now as we can see here, calculator WS web service is start the execution. Now we have a 4 calculator method: add, mult, sub and division. Now I am giving a 12 here and then 12, right. Click on the add button. As we can see here, the return type is double and the result is 24. In the same way, right, 12 and 5, 12 5 is 60. Third operation, 12 5, 12 minus 5 is 7, as we can see here. The last one is your division, 12 6, the answer is 2. So this is the basic working of the web service, right. I hope you understood this practical. Thank you.